welcome to another episode of THKD TV. This is just a quick merch haul update. I've had a good run of concerts here lately and wanted to share my merch purchases with you guys because, well, much as I go to the record store way too much, I also spend way too much money at the merch table anytime I go to a show. So, I show off my CD collection all the time, so I figured why not show off a little bit of my merch collection here. So the first few pieces I'm going to show you came from the Judas Priest concert we attended last month. It was Judas Priest and Deep Purple. We did not stick around for Deep Purple, and from talking to other people that did stick around, it was probably okay that we didn't because the folks I talked to said they weren't very good. So I wasn't really too keen on seeing Deep Purple, and sounds like I didn't miss much by not seeing them. There was an opening band, and I can't remember who they were. I didn't watch them. That was our time to get beer and something to eat was during the opening band. So really we only saw Priest, and that was fine because they were amazing. I was a little bit skeptical about no KK Downing and no Glenn Tipton, but they still put on a phenomenal show. Halford sounded amazing, and they played pretty much all the songs I wanted to hear. There were a few they didn't play that I wish they would have, but my first time seeing them, you can't always get what you want. I was happy just to be able to finally get to see them after all these years. And of course I had to pick up a couple things to commemorate that. So first up, I grabbed this amazing baseball hat. It's got the Judas Priest logo on the front. On the side it says Firepower, and then my favorite part, on the underside of the bill, it has the Firepower artwork. As you guys know, I'm sure from watching my videos, that I am a big fan of hats. So when I saw this, I had to grab it. And it wasn't very expensive either, so that made me happy. And something kind of cool, this is really well made, even on the inside. I don't know if you can see that very well, but where it's stitched together, it actually says Firepower and has all the little symbols from the album on it. So this is just a really cool, really well made hat, and it's already become one of my favorites to wear when I'm out and about. Yeah, and I've only had it for, about a month, and already it's probably the top of my hat rotation at this point. So very cool purchase, very happy to own that. Of course, I had to also pick up a t-shirt, and of course this has the artwork from Firepower on it, and I freaking love this artwork. If you check out my blog, I did a article about all the different Judas Priest album covers with robots on them, and this one might be my favorite one so far. I really love this artwork. Super stoked to get a t-shirt with this artwork on it. And it's you can see it says Firepower at the bottom, Judas Priest at the top, got the robot in the center with all the cool lasers and flames and everything happening. So very awesome. On the back, it's got the Firepower album title, tour, all the cities they visited, and some symbols that are on the album. Very cool stuff. Very cool shirt. Super happy to own this. I'm a big fan of tour shirts, what can I say? So I had to grab that. The next on the Friday before we went to Reno to see Danzig, Henry Rollins was in town doing the spoken word thing, so had to, of course, hit that up as well. I had seen him before doing spoken word, but it was, let's see, I think back, oh gosh, I couldn't even tell you what year it was, back in my college days, so it's been quite some time at this point. When I lived back in Iowa, he would come through up to Ames every so often, and it was cool when you were a student because you could see him for free. So the first time I ever saw him, I didn't have to pay anything. It was pretty cool. I gladly would have paid to see him, obviously, but it was cool to get to see him for free. And but for whatever reason, I didn't grab anything from that show. I don't remember why I did not, but whatever the case, I was happy to finally be able to grab some merch from him this time around. And I just picked up a t-shirt, of course. Simple, very simple design, which I dig. It says on the front, part animal, part machine, just kind of a small design on the breast. And then on the back, it's got the classic Sun and Search and Destroy, which is of course a reproduction of the tattoo that is on his back. So pretty cool classic design for him. I really like this shirt just because it's so simple, and because I'm really stoked to have something Rollins related in my merch collection. I was, as big of a fan as I was of Rollins Band, I never picked up any of their merch. Part of that is probably because I never got to see them live. I don't believe they ever played in Iowa or anywhere near there that I recall. I think I would have been aware of it and upset that I couldn't go if they had, but whatever the case, I never got to see them, unfortunately. So, but I'm more than happy to pick up something from his spoken word tour. Always cool to see him in any capacity in my book. I just find Rollins to be a really inspiring dude, not only as a musician but as a human being. So more than happy to sport his shirt. Of course, lastly, got to show off my stuff from the Danzig show. If you haven't watched my previous video, it is a review of that show, and as you guys know, I'm a Danzig super fan, so definitely check that video out. But I didn't show off my merch haul from the show in that video, so I wanted to definitely give you guys a look at that stuff. I've actually bought 2 shirts at that show because I'm ridiculous when it comes to my fandom of Danzig. So you could probably see part of this one in the video, my review video, because I was wearing it, but I wanted to show the entire thing. You can see it's got the logo in red at the top, and then the Danzig skull with the Iron Cross. It says 1988 inside the cross there. Love this shirt. It's kind of a different take on the classic Danzig skull design. So very happy to own this. Of course, I have a shirt with just the skull on it. So very, very cool to have a little bit of a different take on it, and very cool to commemorate 30 years of Danzig. Then on the back, of course, it's got the anniversary stuff, the logo, and all the cities that he is stopping in for the anniversary shows. Very cool to have this. Always happy to add another Danzig shirt to my collection because I don't have enough as it is. And then of course the other piece of merch I bought at the Danzig show I am actually wearing, and it is the cover art from the Skeletons album. Now, I think we can all agree that Skeletons was kind of a bit of a mixed bag. That was the covers album that he released, I believe it was 2 years ago now. Kind of a mixed bag as far as the tunes on there. Some of them I really, really like, some of them not so much, and the production's kind of wonky on it, but I really like the artwork. It's kind of a tribute to the cover of David Bowie's Pinups album, and then also, of course, Danzig's wearing the skull makeup on it, which I believe that was the first time he's done that since the Misfits days. So I just thought that was always really cool and neat to see him kind of revisiting that, especially with on that Skeletons album, the song Devil's Angels sounds like it could have been a Misfits song, and it's got kind of the raw production that's very Misfits sounding. So had to pick this one up as well just because I dig the artwork, even though, Skeletons is probably never going to be my favorite Danzig release. Still dig the visuals of it, and, like I said, I love Danzig. I couldn't freaking resist getting another shirt. So that is my merch haul update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and love to talk about merch collecting with you guys. If you want to hit me up over email or through the THKD blog or on Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of comment sections on YouTube. I find them to be rather toxic. But, I'm more than happy to talk with you guys. If you want to hit me up on email or through other social media, definitely get at me and we'll talk about merch. We'll talk about t-shirts. We'll talk metal. We'll talk wrestling. Whatever. Hit me up. And if you like what you're seeing on YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check out my blog for written reviews and other stuff. Probably mostly reviews, but occasionally I do an interview or just kind of an editorial piece. So definitely stop by the blog, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit me up if you want to talk about anything. Until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks for watching.